There are certain objects in history that carry an aura of mystery, intrigue, and sometimes danger. The Hope Diamond is one such object. Known for its mesmerizing blue color and its rich history, it has captivated generations of onlookers. But intertwined with its beauty is a dark legacy, one marked by deaths, tragedies, and misfortune. Often referred to as one of the most cursed objects in the world, the Hope Diamond story has made it a symbol of both opulence and misfortune. For centuries, its owners have been plagued by financial ruin, mysterious deaths, and untimely misfortunes. The diamond's history is as enthralling as it is eerie, and it continues to fascinate the world even today. The Hope Diamond, originally from India, is a 45.52-carat blue diamond that is famous not only for its size and beauty, but also for the dark legends surrounding it. Some say the diamond brings a curse upon anyone who owns it, a curse that has lasted for centuries. Whether this is superstition or a series of tragic coincidences is up for debate, but the unsettling number of misfortunes associated with the diamond is hard to ignore. This is the chilling story of the Hope Diamond, the legendary blue gem that has terrorized its owners, leaving behind a trail of death and destruction. The origins of the Hope Diamond. The story of the Hope Diamond begins in the heart of India, possibly in the 𝐾𝐿 mines, which were known for producing some of the world's most valuable diamonds. The first known account of the diamond's existence dates back to the mid-1600s. Originally, the diamond was much larger, possibly as large as 112 carats. According to legend, it was stolen from a Hindu temple, a theft that would eventually give rise to the diamond's cursed reputation. The legend states that the diamond was taken from the eye of an idol of the Hindu goddess Sita, and its removal caused the goddess to place a curse on the diamond, condemning anyone who came into possession of it to face misfortune or death. From India, the diamond was eventually smuggled to France, where it caught the eye of King Louis XIV, also known as the Sun King. In 1668, the diamond was cut down to its current size, around 45.52 carats, and was set into a pendant that was worn by the king. The French royal family would become the first victims of the Hope Diamond's curse, although many did not yet recognize the dark power the diamond possessed. The French royal family and early tragedies. King Louis XIV wore the diamond proudly, but tragedy seemed to follow him after he acquired it. The first sign of the curse began to appear after his death in 1715. The diamond passed into the hands of his successors, King Louis XB and later King Louis XBI. Each of these monarchs would experience tragedy and turmoil, but the most infamous association with the Hope Diamond's curse came when it passed into the hands of Queen Marie Antoinette. The Hope Diamond's connection with the French Revolution is perhaps one of the most well-known chapters of its eerie history. The diamond became part of a larger collection of crown jewels, and during the Revolution, these jewels were stolen. The theft of the diamond marked the beginning of a series of misfortunes for those who had been linked to it. Jean-Baptiste Boule, a notorious thief, is said to have stolen the diamond in 1792, and he too would meet a grim fate, captured, tried, and executed. But the diamond's curse didn't end there. Queen Marie Antoinette and King Louis XBI's tragic executions in 1793 were a continuation of the Hope Diamond's ominous reputation. The royal couple was arrested, tried, and beheaded during the height of the French Revolution. While the connection between the Hope Diamond and their deaths is not definitively known, many believe that the diamond played a part in their downfall, adding weight to the legend of the curse. The diamond's journey through history. After its theft, the diamond disappeared from public view for several decades, but it would eventually raise her face in the hands of new owners. The Hope Diamond found its way into the possession of a French merchant named Henriette de la Tour d'Auvergne, who continued the tradition of misfortune tied to the diamond. It is believed that she too faced a tragic death, though the details are unclear. In 1830, the diamond made its way to London, where it was acquired by the Hope family, and it was here that the diamond began to be associated with an infamous Hope curse. The American Era, Evelyn Walsh McLean and her family's tragedy. In 1911, the Hope Diamond was sold to an American socialite named Evelyn Walsh McLean. McLean was the daughter of a wealthy newspaper magnate, and she quickly became one of the most famous and well-connected women in the United States. For a time, it appeared as though the diamond had found a permanent home with McLean, but once again, the tragedy and misfortune that followed the diamond continued to plague its owner. McLean's life was marked by a series of personal tragedies. Her son, Vincent, was killed in a car accident at the age of 9. Shortly thereafter, her husband, Ned McLean, succumbed to mental illness and was placed in a psychiatric institution. To make matters worse, Evelyn McLean herself suffered from severe depression and anxiety, and she eventually faced financial ruin. Despite her immense wealth, McLean was unable to escape the clutches of the Hope Diamond's curse, and in the end, she was forced to sell the diamond. Her family's misfortune continued long after the diamond left her hands, leading many to wonder if the curse had been passed on to its new owners. The Hope Diamond's journey would continue, and in 1958, it was donated to the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., where it remains to this day. Though it is now safely encased in a museum, its legacy of doom and misfortune continues to haunt the legend of the Hope Diamond. While many may believe that the curse has been broken, there are still those who claim to experience strange and unnerving sensations when they come into close proximity to the gem. Visitors to the Smithsonian have reported feeling uneasy or anxious when viewing the diamond, fueling the belief that the curse is far from over. The curse lives on. To this day, the Hope Diamond is one of the most famous and valuable diamonds in the world. Its deep blue hue, its large size, and its intriguing history make it a focal point of both wonder and fear. But the diamond's curse continues to linger in the minds of many who have heard its story. Some believe that the diamond's ability to bring misfortune has been exaggerated over time, but the long list of misfortunes associated with it cannot be easily ignored. From the tragic deaths of King Louis XVII and Marie Antoinette to the financial ruin of Lord Francis Hope, the story of the Hope Diamond is filled with tales of death, disaster, and bad luck. And even now, as it rests safely behind glass in the Smithsonian, the diamond continues to captivate the imagination of those who hear its story. Whether or not you believe in the curse of the Hope Diamond, one thing is certain: the legacy of this extraordinary gemstone will continue to be remembered for generations to come. The Hope Diamond remains a symbol of both beauty and terror. Its captivating allure, combined with the dark history that surrounds it, makes it one of the most legendary diamonds in the world. While many of its owners have met untimely deaths or endured tragic misfortunes, the truth of whether the Hope Diamond truly carries a curse remains a matter of speculation. What is undeniable, however, is the powerful influence the diamond has had on those who have possessed it and the chilling stories that have emerged throughout its history. Whether you consider it a mere coincidence or a real, supernatural curse, the Hope Diamond story continues to haunt the world. It serves as a reminder of how wealth and beauty can sometimes come with a price, and for those who have owned the Hope Diamond, that price has been steep. The curse lives on, and as the Hope Diamond continues to shine in the Smithsonian, its dark history remains forever intertwined with its dazzling brilliance. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more chilling tales of mystery and intrigue.